Having a properly designed and well-fitting device unlocks so many things in my life. It allows me to be more independent. I can walk for almost normal distances. I can stand for longer periods of time. I can feel like I can do what I want to do.
So I've been a certified orthotist for over 30 years. I specialize in providing orthotic treatment plans for my patients. And my patients can be pediatric, adult, or elderly. And the purpose of them coming to see us is to try and help them regain or retain as much of their independence and mobility as possible.
When I was about 6 months old, I contracted polio, which affects the nerve endings. And in my case, it affected the nerve endings in both of my legs. So as a kid, I attended twice a year a philanthropically funded children's hospital, and they were able to make me devices for my legs. They accept children up until the age of about 21. After that point, I had to start getting braces on my own and paying out of pocket for that in the United States. Before I moved to Canada, I got one last brace made, and I brought it with me when I moved here. However, it was failing on a regular basis, requiring hundreds of dollars of repairs. So I was going to a local orthotist to get these repairs, and at some point she told me, I don't think it makes sense to continue repairing this brace.
So a certified orthotist specializes in developing an orthotic treatment plan. We work by referral, but I work with the patient to develop their treatment plan. And that treatment plan focuses on the development of a device, a concept, right? But it also involves the fabrication, the manufacturing, the dispensing, the follow-up and refurbishing of that device for the life of the device. It's not as easy as a small, medium, large. It's something where it takes years of clinical practice to become totally proficient at it. And it's a moving target. You can always become better. You have to have the skill set, but you also have to be credentialed to be able to access funding in order to help people like Josh.
You know, upon meeting Gord, we hit it off right away. I thought he was really knowledgeable, and he really had a great manner with me. I mean, he understood my problems because he had seen other patients like me before.
It's very easy to work from a diagnosis and say, this is what you have, this is what you need, right? But that really cuts out a big part of the equation. For me, that's the most important part, is being able to listen, hear, and interpret what your patients are saying to you.
So as someone who's been going to see orthotists all of my life, I see the difference that they can make in people's lives. And for one, it's just such an impressive profession because these people are at the intersection of so many different disciplines. You have to be able to clinically see a patient and diagnose issues and problem solve and think of things that will solve these problems, but you also have to have an understanding of engineering, of materials, of physics, so that you can understand how to solve these problems using a device. And the impact that this will have in people's lives is almost immeasurable, because people who need orthotic services, this leads to a tangible improvement in their independence and their quality of life.
It's almost been a decade of working with Joshua, and I'd say the thing that makes me the most proud or most fulfilling is the fact that I've been able to make a difference, right? And that's something that's easily measurable in outcome measures, but it's also measurable in activities of daily living, right? And that's part of what we try to determine during the assessment, is like, what goals are we going to try and achieve, and how can we actually meet them? And in Josh's case, I think we've been fairly successful in meeting most of those goals.
It really was like the end of a long period of having an ill-fitting device that was breaking constantly, and that I was really limited in what I could do. So upon getting that new brace, I felt like I had so many more things available to me. I could walk for much longer distances. I could stand for longer periods of time. I could leave my apartment and visit around in my community and feel like I was a part of the community. And it just really unlocked so much that helped me feel like a more independent, more able-bodied person.